Hello, and welcome to I'm Too Busy. I'm Christina Flack, your host. I'm a celebrity makeup artist and CEO with a passion for all things beauty, wellness, and success. On this show, I'll take you on exciting journeys, sharing personal stories and insights from inspiring entrepreneurs. Together, we will explore manifestation, health, wellness, and the secrets to thriving in life and business. Let's jump in and get inspired. Hello, and welcome to I'm Too Busy. I am Christina Flack, and today I am so excited for you to meet my friend Leilani. She's a makeup artist. She has her own makeup line. She's so amazing. She is a certified paramedical makeup and tattoo specialist and the founder of Sweet LeiLani Cosmetics. She created Face the Future, working alongside burn, trauma, and cancer surgeons to teach corrective makeup, post-reconstruction tattooing, and wig styling. Her clean, clinically minded formulas move from a bedroom lab to shelves across Canada and the US, restoring confidence for people living with challenging skin conditions. I am so excited to welcome you. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very well. Thank you for having me.
It is my pleasure. And I am one of your customers. I have your foundation on and the concealer. Absolutely love it. So,
right on.
What's the first face you ever transformed that made you say, this is bigger than makeup?
Well, I was styling wigs out of a bedroom. I was doing stunt double wigs all the time. So I started styling wigs for cancer patients. And I had kit loads of makeup and they were asking for help. And it just wasn't working. It wasn't cutting it. And that was sort of the first aha moment that, you know, there's got to be something out there. In film and TV, we focused on glamour. Nobody focused on corrective makeup, right? So that kind of led me down a rabbit hole of ingredients and products and realized quite quickly there wasn't anything out there. And I laugh because I say my first two mistakes were how hard could it be to create a product and
oh my God,
could it be to take it to market, right? Well, it was very hard.
I said the same thing when I started Pretty Girl. I'm like, how hard could this be? All these other people did it.
I know.
And how much longer did it take than you thought, right?
Exactly. But, it was a husband and wife that had come in, and the husband was the one crying because he said I had given his wife her life back and that she would go back out in public because she had a beautiful wig styled, and I showed her a little bit of makeup while she was undergoing treatment. And that's when I thought, wow, like what about all the people who've been burned and scarred?
Right.
But I also think that if I go back, I was the one that did my grandma's hair and makeup all the time. And so when she passed away, I was only 15. And I blurted out in the funeral home that I'd be doing her hair and makeup. And I thought everyone was going to fall off their chair. And I just went in there and it was just like, and I think that was the first little inkling.
Wow.
I love this. I really love this. But I had always wanted to be a special effects makeup artist as well. So I kind of put that in the back of my mind, and off I went to school in Hollywood and spent a year there doing everything and anything to, in film. And then when I came back to Vancouver, I did look into helping funeral homes look after the loved ones, but you had to become an embalmer back then. And
wow.
Yeah, that wasn't something I really wanted to do. But full circle, I ended up teaching embalmers how to make loved ones look natural. So it's just been a crazy ride.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about that? Like, how would you make, not that any of us are going to be doing that, but how does one do that to make someone that's passed away look natural? Like, what is it that their skin does? And
it's a lot about camouflaging. Like embalmers would use products that you and I know in film that are very heavy and mask-like, and they just didn't look real. They looked like a mannequin. And there's a lot of issues with bruising and, different things on hands and face that have to be covered. So that's when my specialized field skills came in with the paramedical makeup and how to, to apply it so that it didn't look mask-like. And a lot of it had to do with the product. By then, I had my first product that I had created, and men were wearing it daily for facial scarring. And it was
Was it
just,
a type of concealer or what was it?
yeah, it was like a second skin. It was a
Mhm.
foundation, but it was a second skin. It was waterproof. It was sweat-proof. It was clean. And little did I even know, fast forward today, what clean, vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free
Right,
mean to the average woman. Um,
right.
and I think that's why I'm still alive in this space, because as a makeup artist, you yourself, I would have been creating glitz and glamour if I had set out to have a company, but I didn't set out to have a company. It just evolved through my pro bono work. So there was a need for it. Yeah.
It's always like that when I interview entrepreneurs all the time, and it's the why. What is that is your why. And it's always interesting because it's the same with me. I didn't ever expect to be a CEO of a company, but there was my why. I was drinking water all the time and fighting with my lip gloss, and I couldn't find one that would withstand that without drying. So everyone, you have to have a why,
Mm-hmm.
when you become an entrepreneur. And it's so always interesting. Most entrepreneurs never expected to be.
Exactly. I never in
Right.
my wildest dreams thought I'd have a company. I'm a makeup artist, right?
Do you still do work as a makeup artist?
I do. I do pick and choose now as I'm on the maturer side. But there's quite a few companies that come up from LA that I've been with them for 20 odd years, and they still come up and film here. So I always make myself available for them, or I jump into the odd commercial here or there,
Yeah.
um, just to keep my fingers in it. And,
Yeah. And it's fun to, I think that's one of the things as makeup artists we love is just being part of that team and creating beauty. I mean, I think it would be really hard to give up
Mhm.
completely. And I think it also makes you so much better as a CEO and founder that you are still a working makeup artist because you're really
Mhm.
seeing a lot more people and what people need and what people want. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. And even with the pro bono work, I'm the one in the trenches. I see what products are doing to these people who are undergoing autoimmune problems, skin issues. They've been scarred beyond belief, that kind of thing. So it's not the company isn't just throwing money to donate at some cause. I'm seeing what these people need. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. When you're like, let's just go back to one of your first paramedical cases. I know what went right and what went wrong, and what did you change for the next time, if that's even true.
Well, when I had that aha moment, and I thought, okay, there's nothing, I need to find something. Um, by this time, I was working with the Cancer Society, so they were referring people to me. And then I was like, wow, as I said, what about everyone who's burned or scarred? And so I started going around to plastic surgeons and dermatologists, and unfortunately, I was faced with men telling me, like, it's just makeup. They need to get on with their lives. And I was like, no, like I said, I'm in the trenches. I'm seeing what these women are
Right.
doing, and men. And so I just kept at it and kept at it and kept at it. And finally, it was a woman surgeon that opened the door. And then she started sending me people who, had been burned. And that's when I was like, okay, I need more products, because these people were, burned beyond just a foundation. I needed, the rest of the products
Did
to.
you get investors or were you self-funded or how did that work for you?
Yeah, no, I've bootstrapped this from day one. And
Wow.
yeah,
I know how hard that is.
it's very challenging. It really is. It really is. But, we also have a little bit of a cult following, because they know that by purchasing the brand, it allows me to continue my pro bono work. So they feel that
Right.
they're part of our journey
I
in
love
helping
that.
people. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Did you have someone in your life that what made you get involved with this from the beginning? Like with cancer patients and burn victims?
It was just that I thought, oh, I was, like I said, I was styling all these wigs for stunt drivers, and I loved it. And I thought, wow, I mean, cancer patients have, wigs, they need help, they need styling, coloring, that kind of thing. So it really started with that. I'm always asked, did you have someone in your life that, was touched by something? And thank God, no. But I don't know. It's interesting because I went to school for special effects. That's what I really wanted to do. And interesting enough, I've come full circle, and I'm helping cover certain things that I used
Right.
to, right? So
I guess that's what the universe wanted you to do with your talents, right?
yes, yeah, yep.
Because I do, in fact, at the end of this month, I've been doing it for a, 5 years, maybe longer, for cancer, women that have survived cancer in Marin County, where I live. And my mother died of brain cancer. So it is close to my heart, that you're doing this. And I think it's just so beautiful. And it makes me feel good to be able to make people that have gone through chemo and radiation, and they've lost their hair and their skin's discolored, and to make them feel like the best versions of themselves and like they're normal is very gratifying. Definitely. Where do you draw the ethical line between camouflage and erasing identity, especially with scars that carry a story?
Yeah, and that's huge. I know I'm not here to change anyone. I don't go out and, sort of advocate or advertise about it.
Right.
You've been referred, you've taken the step to come. And I'm very careful about that. Like I would get asked many times to do interviews, do, TV segments and this and that. And everyone wanted to sensationalize it and show the before and afters. And I turned them down all the time because that's not
Right.
why I was doing this. And
Well, I don't think though that I think you could spin that another way. Like there's always going to be that one client that is so impacted in such a positive way that they would want to show the possibilities for other people. That I get what you're saying, but I also
yeah,
think that would be really cool for people to see, like, people can't believe the transformations that you and I can do with our makeup to make
yeah,
people, like, I've had women like have never worn makeup, and then and I know you've had the same experience, that they're so shocked with how they look, they start crying because they didn't even think it was possible. So it would be so great if you could have someone that would be willing to show their before and then their after, to inspire others to maybe try something different.
and maybe now too, having the credibility behind me that, I have a track record that I haven't tried to
Right.
sensationalize it. But I also think that, I mean, you would know too, that we know how we can transform people on the outside, like you said. But for me, I believe it's more than makeup. It was therapy. So I felt that I wasn't sensationalizing the outcome of what they look like. It was more about how they felt inside.
Right. No, and people don't realize that what we do, it's not about all the makeup. It's about beauty from the inside out. And let's talk a little bit about that. How important do you think nutrition is and gut health to being a makeup artist?
Huge, huge.
Right?
And oh my
It's
God,
everything.
it's it was my daughter that got us on the bandwagon about, she's vegan and then she became plant-based. And it was actually her that made me turn everything into plant-based. We were always vegan, but I didn't realize, unless you get into it, you don't understand it. You don't realize what these foods are doing for us, or the kind of skin conditions sometimes people are affected by because of, what their diet's like.
It's remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that gut health is so important, in how your face looks, how you feel
Mhm.
emotionally. And I think I wish people would take more time to just take time to eat food, like real food. And
I know. I
because
know.
it really does affect so much. And even, okay, let's talk about hydration,
Yep.
right?
You said
Is
it.
everyone not dehydrated?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you can tell, right?
Yeah, and unless you're, say, a celiac, they think celiacs can't eat gluten, but people forget that our skin is the largest organ, and it's absorbing the makeup that has gluten in it, and it's affecting their health. And so
Right.
if it's affecting a celiac like that, can you imagine all the other toxins that we put on 15 to 20 toxins a day between our hair care, body care, face care, hair care, you name it.
Wow.
And I'll take it a step further. It's a whole nother conversation, but I mean, what are you polishing your floors with, and then your babies are crawling on it? That's absorbed
Oh
into
my
the skin,
gosh. So true.
right? So
Ugh.
it's a bigger conversation than just makeup. Absolutely.
Clean beauty is getting crowded, but what
Hmm.
does better beauty for you and your health and the planet mean in formulation decisions when performance is on the line?
There's a lot of greenwashing that goes on. So for me, it's very important. And that means that we are ethical right down the supplier chain. There are brands that walk a fine line, and they can say they're cruelty free because they didn't harm the animal in their lab. However, where they sourced the raw ingredients from is where the animal was harmed, but they can still say they're
Mm,
cruelty free.
right.
So, when I say better beauty for you, your health, and the planet, I mean it. So, when you wash off our products and they're going down the drain, there's no microplastic bubble beads that are getting into our marine life that now is in our food chain,
Right.
right?
So unbelievable how everything is
Just
so connected.
it absolutely, yeah. So, again, bigger picture.
Absolutely. What's a myth about corrective makeup that actually harms patients or consumers?
I think it's that not that it not that it harms them, but just that it has to be heavy and mask like, that it has to be a cover up, that maybe you've got to put it on your entire face, where maybe we're just doing it in a certain area that was affected by your treatment, or harmful meaning like the products they're using.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, then it's very harmful because it's all absorbed into their skin. So
Right.
clean, non-toxic. Um, it needs to be clean because it's, yeah, your
Right.
body is already harmed while you're undergoing treatment. So, or even if you have an autoimmune, and that's another thing. Like, a lot of times we just chalk it up. We don't feel well, or we don't look good. We don't have the glow. We look gray. We just chalk it up to, well, we're getting older. We're tired. I'm stressed. It's this. It's that. And again, it isn't. A lot of it's just the toxins that you're absorbing in the day, whether you're eating it or you're putting it on your skin.
Right. And here's another thing that always shocks me, that people don't clean their makeup brushes.
Oh boy, yeah.
And they wonder why. It's so funny.
Oh
I've
boy.
had people, right? I mean,
Mhm.
we clean ours every time
Mhm.
they're touched someone. And people have said to me, like, oh, I've got all these skin issues. And I'm like, when was the last time you cleaned your makeup brushes? And they're like,
I
oh,
know.
are you supposed to? I'm like, yes. Like,
Yes. Yeah, or change
it's,
your pillowcase. Like, you've got these
yes.
teens that aren't changing their pillowcases enough, for one, or I say all the time to young teens that are in gym class, then they're going to soccer, then they're going to gymnastics, and
They
they're
don't
wearing that
wash.
same bra
Oh,
for a month before it's washed, and they have back acne, and they wonder why. Like, yeah.
it's true. It's so true. Or my other favorite one is people that don't take their makeup off at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
They leave their mascara on. I don't want to
No.
wake up looking
I
awful.
know. Can you imagine?
And then
No.
they wonder why they have no eyelashes.
No. No.
What's the hardest skin you had to work on, texture, condition, or circumstance? And how did you solve it?
That would be a burn survivor. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, their skin is very fibrous. It's keloid. It's build up. But that's where my paramedical tattooing came in, because I could flatten that scar, and then I could tattoo skin tone back into it.
Wow. That is
And
such a talent. I mean, I know how to make people pretty, but what you do, I wouldn't even know how to start. Like, that is remarkable. That is life changing to someone.
yeah, thank you. I wish it wasn't needed, but I love it. I just, that's where my creativity comes in. And yeah, that's why it's very important. I'm very passionate about what I do and what I put out product wise, and how ethical we are and transparent as a cosmetic company.
You're a bedroom startup to national retail, and one decision that scaled you and one that nearly sank you. Are there?
Um, yeah, a distribution contract for sure. In Canada, we have these big ferries that get you to different mainlands, and they have big retail shops on them. And they took me on, and at first I'm like, makeup on a ferry, really? And it was one of our best accounts, and it
You
really,
just never know, right?
yeah, yeah. Um, I think that money is always an issue that pulls you back down, where you're pulling your hair out, you've got the sleepless nights, you have the anxiety. But that's just part of being an entrepreneur. And if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right?
Yes. That's what one of my clients, Tyler Florence, says. He's a celebrity chef, and he said, if people knew how hard it was to be exceptional, no one would do a goddamn thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever think to get like an investor to help you out? I mean, do you think it would take you to another level if because it's harder in the beauty industry, because now there are these influencers, everything's changed. You have to be paying people. Do you ever think that you want to get an investor?
I've thought about it many times, but I don't know. I think it just sucks you into, then I have to always, answer to an investor. They always want the financial stuff that bogs you down, and it just takes you away from what you're good at, what you love, what you want to do. So, I mean, certainly if somebody came along, but I'm not actively going out.
Mhm.
No.
If insurers recognized paramedical makeup as aftercare, what outcomes would change, do you think?
Oh, I wish they would, because these people have been through such traumatic
Right.
episodes, injuries through their life, and then they have the bills. They have so many medical bills, and that's why I've tried to keep my products all under like $36. Back then, when I first started, I think everything was like under $18, because I don't think that we need to mark them up 400%. Like
Right, right.
these foundations in Sephora and have you, but yeah, I think life would be a lot easier for them. They could have more time off work. They'd have access to procedures and products.
Right.
Yeah,
What's the conversation that you wish every mom of a teenager with acne would could hear?
I think if they could just maybe listen to a makeup artist, not even like I think a makeup artist would go further than even a foodie, or you know what I mean? Because a teenager would look up to the
The
makeup
makeup
artist
art.
in a way,
I
right?
agree.
Because it's that kind of business, and it's glitz and
Right.
it's glamour. And I think if they really heard and had a conversation about the pillowcase, the bra, and what's on the skin, and what they're absorbing,
And what they're eating.
yeah, and what they're eating, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary, because these teens are flocking to these beauty stores that are just, yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah. It's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
When does makeup become therapy, and when does therapy need to come before makeup?
Oh, I think it would go a little bit hand in hand, but not offering any professional advice. But I still think it would be a therapist. I think, because they've got to come to terms with whatever they're going through, and then they make the first step to approach the makeup girl. I think if somebody talked them into makeup, it might be more of a, well, you need this. It's a cover up. You need to do
Right.
this to
Right.
feel normal. And that's
Right.
so not true. So I would say therapist.
If you were to rebuild your company from zero tomorrow, what are the first three moves you would do?
I think that I would have gone and got a little bit of accounting schooling,
Mm,
and
yeah.
maybe even business.
Yeah.
You
Definitely.
know, there was a few things that I did ass backwards, but I think you do your. I think the one of the things I always tell people is do your research. That was the one thing that I did. I research, and I still do to this day. Before I put out a dime, I do research, so that I can go full circle before I make that decision.
Hmm.
So, yeah, there's honestly not a lot that I would do different. I think that I learned along the way and I listened to my gut and yeah, yeah. No, I don't think I would change anything.
Well, that's interesting. What do you have any new products that you're working on?
We always have stuff on the back burner, but probably not until next spring.
Hmm.
So everything's still in stages that just not enough to talk about at this point.
Right, right. Well, you'll have to come back when you do. I want to hear all about them. So we're going to do some rapid fire questions. First product you reach for on a red inflamed cheek.
Oh, our skincare cover. Yeah.
Perfect. Brush, sponge, or fingers?
Oof, definitely not fingers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And never, ever, and ever. Okay.
No, no. Honestly, I have brushes for certain products and the beauty blender for others. So
Right.
that's a tie.
I get that. Fair enough. Where's your happy place?
Home,
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
Nice. Most underrated step for scar coverage.
Oh, skincare.
Yeah, oh, definitely. What do you do when your day isn't flowing?
Uh, Swear a little bit and then go. I try now to just go, okay, you know what? It's plot twist.
Yeah,
You know, plot twist.
time
That's,
to I got to shift right instead of
yeah,
left.
yeah. After I swear.
Yes. Do you feel that things are happening to you or for you?
For me.
Good. Good quest. Good answer. Shade name you're proudest of.
Shade name?
Yeah, or product name.
Um, Bear it at the beach.
Cute. What's a 60-second routine for a chemosensitive complexion?
Well, with our products, it's our foaming cleanser for one
Hmm.
that calms and soothes and takes down the redness and the itchiness. Again, skincare first, um, and then it depends on the person because some are going to wear makeup and some aren't. But definitely, everything starts with the base. You know,
True. I agree. What's the biggest clean beauty buzzword that you ignore?
um, that I ignore.
Mhm.
Um, Probably clean because it's so overrated, or organic, actually.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
means bung all half the time.
Coffee, tea, or green juice in the morning?
Oh, coffee. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. That's my one. Yeah, coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your favorite exercise that you're doing right now? What workout are you doing that you love?
Wall Pilates.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wall Pilates or reformer?
Wall Pilates. Yeah,
Do you do
yeah.
any other workouts or is that your main one?
In the summer, I swim. I tread water. We have a pool, so I
Oh,
tread
that's
water.
great.
Yeah, for
Oh,
45
that's,
minutes.
oh my gosh, that's a
Yeah,
workout.
yeah. Well,
Wow.
like I said, I'm on the very mature side, so I,
Oh, stop.
Well, yeah.
What's one ingredient you'll always defend?
Oh, sulfate, I would say, because it depends on the degree it's used in, the percentage.
Hmm.
Um, you know, it's hard now because people go on the internet and they become, or they think that they know, and then
Right.
and
And they
then
don't.
because they don't understand sometimes, like I
The
said,
science behind it, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's probably more challenging than even defending one ingredient.
Right. The formula that kept you up the most nights or product.
Oh, our liquid to powder. It's a beautiful liquid that transforms to an airbrush finish, but the formula can be a nightmare because it's supposed to separate, like the analogy of natural peanut butter, where in our case it's water rises to the top and all the
Hmm.
pigments float to the bottom. But it's really hard to stabilize it. But it's such a
Hmm.
beautiful formula that we've kept it over the years.
Is your beauty chemist in Canada?
Yeah, we have one in Canada and one in the States.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Kit staple that you've repurchased the most?
Mm. Um, probably my tools.
Yeah, right. Your
Yeah.
brushes. Anyone that's inspired you with your products?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean the woman that was the plastic surgeon that said,
Right.
you're on the right track. You just keep doing it, and I'm going to send you people, and we're going to make this happen so that we can spread the word.
I love that. Phrase you say to every nervous first timer.
Take the first step.
That's a good one. Pet peeve on set or in a clinic?
Um, Yackers, like chatty Cathy's.
Oh, yes. People that are like civilians and they don't know to like
Yeah,
zip it.
yeah.
Song that resets your focus between clients.
Um, mm, I don't know. I don't know because we usually put on what the client wants. So
Right, right, right.
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Do you like working with music? Like I find it so like I feel like I go faster if there's some noise.
Yeah, when it's too quiet, I even have to turn the TV on then or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need noise.
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but I'm the same way. What's your dream collaboration that you haven't done yet?
Um, I would love to do a collaboration with Bethany Frankel,
Oh, yeah, she'd be fun.
just because she'd challenge you, and she's like a no bullshit person.
Right, right, right.
And I like that. So I think that it'd be really cool to do something with her.
Yeah. What astrological sign are you?
Sagittarius.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. One thing you're saying no to this year.
Um, you know what? I don't say no to anything. I everything in moderation. That's
I
more
like that.
my, yeah. Yeah.
What have I not asked you today that you'd like to share?
Um, can we work together?
Yes,
I would love that.
I
I
would
think
love
that'd be
that
so
too.
cool.
I would
Yeah.
love that so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love your products. I think they're fantastic. And, I love that. Leilani, thank you so much for reminding us that makeup can be medicine for the soul. If today's episode helped you see beauty differently, share it with a friend who needs a boost. I'm going to have all of her contact info and her amazing company and products in the show notes. So, everybody, please go check out her products, buy them. They're amazing. I'm wearing them today. I love them. Big
Aw.
fan. And I just want to thank you for being here today. It's been so lovely to chat with you.
Thank you so much. And you know what? Let's challenge everyone to make the switch. Just switch out one product, and
Yes.
I'll give you 20% off for your purchase. Use plant powered, all capitals,
Plant
uh,
power,
plant powered.
plant powered
Yeah,
for
for
20%
20%
off.
off. Yeah.
Oh, that is so generous. Thank you so much. Okay, everybody. She's given you a gift. Take her up on it.
Aw.
I am Christina Flack, and I'm too busy. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much.